Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. We are the Middle Age Guys, and we're going to be bullshitting again about Nintendo. We're just going to go over a few details and information about the Switch that have come out past the weekend, past the presentations and the Treehouse stuff and everything else that Nintendo did. But you're going to hear it from a Middle Age Guy slant. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
Grandma's one.
A lot of little technical details about the Nintendo and mostly the online service has come up and boiled up onto the surface over the last few days. A lot of this stuff verified directly through Reggie Fils-Aimé and other Nintendo representatives, okay? One of the things a lot of people were talking about, ourselves included, you can see a previous video that we made about it, was that Nintendo is going to be going toward a paid subscription service for their online to provide services for online multiplayer and everything else. Now, granted, it's going to be free for the first 6 months that the Switch is out. Come October is when they're going to start charging for it. They still haven't released out what the price is going to be, but there are other things that have come up surrounding how the service is implemented that people have caught wind of. One of the things that came up that completely perplexes me, and I'll explain after I open the floor, is that the Nintendo Switch itself does not natively support voice chat for online multiplayer. Okay, so wait a minute, you're like, but they showed off like Splatoon and Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and all these other multiplayer games. They showed the world that they were going to be embracing online multiplayer. So how the hell can you go ahead and do this without any sort of voice chat or native voice chat or anything like that? Well, according to Nintendo, and I'll leave a link below to their website detailing this out. The way that they handle multiplayer lobbies, online lobbies, or voice chat, group chat, and everything else is that it's going to be a separate smartphone app that you have to download onto your smartphone, and then you could use that by logging in with your Nintendo ID and everything else and all of your account information. That'll hold all of your friends' information and everything else. And then whenever you go ahead and you're playing a game, you got to sit there, start that app up on your phone, have your phone available to you right there, and then you can talk directly through your headset, through your phone, connected up to the game, hoping that everything is going to stay all in sync. And that's how they handle online voice chat. Personally, myself, I'm not a big fan of this. Okay, before I rant on about it, I'm going to give you guys a chance to go ahead and talk about it. Floor is open, gentlemen. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, with voice chat, with this, you know what? Even if they would have did it with something like this, with the speakers on it, and oh boy,
didn't the Super Famicom Player 2 controller have a microphone in it?
The Famicom.
Yes.
Famicom.
Yeah. I'm
Yes,
just saying.
Yes, it
It was
did.
only good for one game, though.
No,
Well,
you could actually haggle with the salesman in Kid Icarus to lower prices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but to use my fucking phone as a voice app, screw that. I'm not hearing that. It's not, because okay, yes, we have these wherever the fuck we go, but that's besides the point. This shit should be built into either the console or the fucking controller. They had it, so this thing was going to be portable and a dock, and so you got this controller with all this technology on it, and it didn't have a fucking mic slot. Damn it! I'm trying not to rant here, because this is hilarious. Out of all they shown, and then here comes the fuck ups with the details that are being presented to us that are just red flags. No, it's not a deal breaker for some because a lot of people will do this the way it's intended to be done by Nintendo. But it's different. I'll give it that. Because, okay, I don't want to monopolize time, but what does this do for your cell phone as far as, damn, if you don't have an unlimited plan and you're using your phone as voice chat, you're screwed. Yeah, okay, if you're at home and if you have internet, maybe that's fine because most phones connect to wireless internet. But fuck, if you're out and about and if you don't have unlimited data, you talk on this thing while you're online, I mean, then as the Reverend said, you got to worry about that shit staying synced up.
Yep. Yeah, it's a bit perplexing. What about you, Grey Mouse? What are your thoughts, really quick?
With me, I mean, for me, it's not a deal breaker. The multiplayer aspect of it, I mean, I've played on the Wii U, Splatoon on the Wii U, and without talking, you don't necessarily need it. But I mean, I understand that function is there for those that want it. But what I'm kind of curious about, the same thing that the theme was talking about was your data. Maybe it works on unlimited talk. Maybe that constitutes as unlimited talk versus using actual your data on your phone. Again, we don't know the full details. We're just getting a little bit.
If it's working as an app, it's going to use up the data on your phone. It doesn't matter if it's movies, text, communicating back and forth, sending videos or voice or anything. It's going to use up data on your phone.
And I kind of echo the same thing. I mean, you got the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. They did it right, with the able to connect your stuff, your headset into.
I say this did something right.
And what's really disturbing is that I kind of agree with what you said earlier, Theme. Like the controller with all that technology, you couldn't put a jack in it, headphone jack.
This is iPhone 7 all over again.
It's crazy. But I don't know. Nintendo does what Nintendo does, and a lot of times it leaves everybody scratching their head. But for me, it's not a deal breaker for me, and it's just not a deal breaker for me because I'm not really into the multiplayer on the Nintendo console. Okay.
Wait, before I say my 2 cents from my quarters down, okay? You guys are pretty much wrapped up with your thoughts? Because there's a few things that I thought up of while you guys were giving your thoughts on this. Number one, to say that the Switch is unable to go ahead and support such a thing out of the box is completely fucking retarded. Okay, that would be so much farther from the truth. Like I said, the original Famicom had a microphone built into the second player controller, right? And that's a system that's more than 30 fucking years old. Okay. For Animal Crossing DS, they went ahead and they released out a headset accessory so you can go ahead and talk to people who visited your city, your village, online. Okay. So it's not like, oh, hey, look, we've got a device that's 3 fucking generations old, okay, that was a portable that's completely underpowered in comparison to even smartphones that was able to go ahead and handle that. Nintendo went out of their way and they accommodated that, okay? Now, if they were to go full in with this, it just doesn't make sense because guess what? It can be handled on a software level, okay? What is this? A 2 or 3 or 4 megabyte app that they can have running in the background on the backbone of the operating system of the Switch? It's not very fucking big, all right? Look, being able to go ahead and say, all right, I can handle like my account transactions, friends lists, and like lobbies and other things, or make appointments or schedule shit like raids if they want to go ahead and do that shit. That's fine and dandy as a supplement, okay? not fucking required. Okay, this is just like fucking putting out the brand new 3DSs and not including the fucking AC adapter fucking charger. Okay, it's something that should be fucking required. All right, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna sell me shoes and you're not gonna give me fucking shoelaces. All right, seriously, this is really fucking retarded.
Well, you use your laces from your old shoe.
I'll use some laces from my old shoes to go ahead and strangle the next person who goes ahead and suggests that to me. All right, only reason why this upsets me so much is that, like you guys said, what about data? Okay, you're going to be going ahead. That's another expense. That's another drain that you're going to go ahead and you're going to levy on your users. All right, you weren't so confident in your own fucking service that you got to go ahead and pawn it off to a third-party fucking machine. Really? Is that it? Okay. Not only that, but what happens? You know, Grandma's was like, "Well, look, I'm not into this," but they're trying to position this fucking machine as something where Splatoon could be part of esports. All right, voice chat is going to be integral to fucking team sports, team multiplayer, and stuff like that. Okay. You're going to tell me that, I got to sit there and I got to have this running and charged the whole time that I'm going through tournaments and all of that?
Okay. Look, Mario Kart and a Smash Brothers on this thing will be hell.
Not only that, but look, Reggie himself went ahead when he was asked about this. He went ahead and in an article, in his interview, he went ahead and he said, look, we want to reinforce the capability to take your experience with you on the go. The ability to do matchmaking, voice chat through your phone is a hell of a lot more convenient than having a gamer headset stuck into your backpack trying to do that. That's why we're doing it the way we are. Here's the thing, Reggie. If I go ahead and I take my Switch on the go, and I don't want to bother everybody who's around me, or maybe I want to go ahead and keep to myself, I'm going to have my headphones hooked up to the Switch. I have to grow another set of fucking ears for another fucking headset for my fucking phone?
Wait. Does the Switch have the dock? Does this thing have speakers on it?
Huh? Yeah, it also has a obviously a headphone jack.
Okay, so with that, no place for a mic, or not even through the fucking controller. That's what puzzles me the most. For generations of gaming now, you've had controllers somehow, some way, either through a memory card or through the fucking controller slot, it's the controller itself, that had a fucking slot for some fucking voice chat. Even some systems are Bluetooth compatible.
Didn't they do this with the SP?
Something very similar to.
Well, yeah, it didn't have an earphone jack to it.
Yeah.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah. It pissed me off with the SP. All right. And guess what? The SP didn't charge me $300. It wasn't fucking online compatible either. It wasn't boasting online capability out of the fucking box.
What's killing me is this. So you're going to probably charge anywhere between $50 and $60 for the online service, plus the data rate for for whatever service I use.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And like I said, the thing that frustrates me, especially in my line of work with what the company that I work with, like I said, we develop, mobile applications. A chat application to go ahead and throw on the backbone of this particular the Switch and everything, it's not going to be very big. I mean, we are in the era where our TVs, our smart TVs, have voice recognition, and we could tell it what fucking channels to go to. All right, you're telling me that you can't fit a two-way fucking FRS functioning radio into the Switch? That just blows my mind. Okay, but let's go ahead and stop there, because we could rant on for quite a few more minutes.
You can actually feel, if you're putting ice in a glass in an invisible cup.
Give me a microphone. Let me talk to my friends. That's not to say that, you know, there are a few other things that are going to be missing that I don't think aren't going to be integral to this particular system. There isn't going to be any sort of Street Pass or Miiverse support, which, fine. Guess what? You said that it's not going to replace the 3DS, and actually, I like the Street Pass functions and the Miiverse games for the 3DS. So cool, fine, right? The other thing that it's not going to have is no longer going to use friend codes. You're going to actually be able to use like online usernames and stuff like that when you go ahead and register your friends list and everything, which is great because those friend codes, it was like, you know, memorizing fucking. Every time I looked at a friend code, I kept on stopping to sit there and think, am I stealing somebody's credit card? That's what it looked like. Okay. The other thing that was confirmed, everybody was like, okay, so what's the memory on board the system? On board the system, it has 32 gigabytes of storage memory, which is not a lot. However, it does allow you to go ahead and expand the available memory via the micro SD slot upwards to 2 terabytes using micro SD XC cards. See, I can't be angry anymore. But yeah, you know what's funny about the micro XDSC cards, the ones that are 2 terabytes big, is that they aren't even on the market yet. I think the biggest that you can find them, the micro SD cards, is 128 gigs, and I believe those go for around $50-$60.
Well, at least Nintendo is not.
Like the Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do a Vita.
Not more in that market.
Wait, look, they better not. This will ruin your
What's quite interesting what you just said a few seconds ago is that so it on board is 32 gigabytes, and then
yes,
for those people that want to download the games at day one or whatever instead of the chip, I've already read several articles that they said it's better just, you know, that's not, you can't even put one game on that. 32 gigabytes,
yeah.
You know, you definitely can't put the Zelda.
With 2 terabytes, you're going to put like 4?
No. There's that's with 2 terabytes. You're definitely going to be able to put more than that. But
you cannot put the Zelda on there. There's already an article about that Zelda's too big. It's better for you to just go ahead and buy the.
Hey, if they're putting it on a Wii U, it can't be that big.
The Wii U is going to be everything that's on the disc, and it's going to require a minimum of a 4 gigabyte install.
Yeah. It's a big game.
It's a big game.
4 gigs, but they're giving you 32.
That's if you have a disc to stream the rest of the information off of.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, with this right here, I've been hearing conflicting details whether or not you could actually hook up an external hard drive to the USB ports. I think right now, though, the only thing that those seem to be used for is for charging mechanisms. Unfortunately, the other thing that I heard about what's included in the box is that the Joy-Con grip that they include with it, it's not the version of the Joy-Con grip that charges the Joy-Con controllers. You have to charge all the Joy-Con controllers on the Switch unit itself. In order to get the grip that charges the controllers externally away from the unit, that's going to be the one that's sold in stores for $30.
Man,
Interesting question. So we have the actual Switch itself with a 3 to 6 hour battery life, right?
Yeah.
Compared to whatever game that we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the Joy-Cons? How long are their battery lives? And can you charge your Joy-Cons when it's off of your dock?
Well, you could, if you're using the Joy-Cons off of the dock, if they're connected to the Switch, obviously it's all sharing the same power. Okay. Now, if you want to charge them independently away from the dock, that's what you're going to use that charging grip for. Okay. Now, the cool thing about the Switch is that the power, the docking port that they actually have on it is a USB-C port, and it's not a proprietary port. So instead of using like some sort of proprietary charger like they have for the 3DS, you can just go out of your way and get a USB-C cable, and any of those external power packs that they use for like portable devices, you can go ahead and run it off of one of those. Okay, and those things are widely available. Shit, you can find them at your local AM/PM ARCO station. Okay, they will sell those things.
One thing I do have to say about the Nintendo Switch, if you're going to be able to put externals to this thing, which is unconfirmed or whatever right, as of right now, the one thing that they should not do is what the Sony PS4 did. Do not have it so you have to tether your fucking hard drive to this system, and that's the only thing you can use that hard drive for. Don't fucking do that. Okay?
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Xbox. I mean, once I put it on my Xbox and then I moved games onto it, it automatically becomes.
But then you use that hard drive again for anything else.
If I delete everything off of it.
Well, that's my point. For the Sony PS4, you can't.
Well, part of that is because the operating system for the Xbox and the PS4 has its own proprietary partition and format system. All right. So once you have the hard drive formatted for that particular operating system, it can't be read by your Mac OS or Windows OS.
See, I haven't really thought about that. I haven't really untethered it to my Xbox, and I haven't tried to load anything else on it. And that's a very good question. I haven't tried. So if anybody watching this, if you know that if it works or not, please let me know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I agree with what the theme said. If you have to tether it to your system, that's just, I don't know.
It sounds like a waste, but the upside is that mobile hard drives and things like that are pretty cheap. You can find a 2 terabyte mobile hard drive for less than $50 nowadays. So
yeah,
that's pretty much the upside to it. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, in this instance, a third-party device making it work with your system, that's a good idea because it's very common and it does one particular thing. Mm-hmm. To go back on the way that they're handling their online when it comes the perks that we had mentioned last week, how online voice chat and lobbies are being implemented. Like I said, if I'm using my Switch out in the wild and I've got my headphones plugged in, I'm playing multiplayer, does it mean I have to grow an extra set of ears for another fucking Bluetooth? No.
Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot!
Oh, that's going to happen. Yep, all over Nintendo. People are going to be, 13-year-olds are going to be...
Or boom, paint shot.
Wait,
they're going to be questioning my sexuality and telling me that it's my mom. All throughout Splatoon, too.
I got a question. Do you think Nintendo is purposely doing this to make it so hard that kids can't really... Because they're going to have their parents' cell phone.
Well, here's the thing. It's got to be their own app.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
and this app better be free.
I think what's up is that Nintendo is trying to find a way to do two things at the same time. Number one, provide a solution that's low cost, all right? And number two, also provide them a solution that they can cut off at any time without disabling anything on the console.
That would be, damn.
Yeah.
Instead of headshot, it'll be paint shot. It is Splatoon.
Yeah, I mean, instead of banning a console, what they'll do is that they'll ban the person's online account off their phone.
No,
because then the person can still go out of their way and buy whatever they want. They just can't play. They can't play online, or they can't handle shit online.
They can't. They won't be able to download that app.
Yeah,
Nintendo will find a way to brick your phone. Oh my god!
It's just especially. I mean, I understand that Nintendo's trying to I guess more adults, because I don't see no kid. I don't see no parents going to allow their kid to use their cell phone to do that.
No, a lot of them will. Just like they allow them to go ahead and buy shit online, But it's one of those things where it's like I said, simplicity aside, it really doesn't sound like something wise, especially the more that I think about it. but I really don't want to go ahead and run this through because we could go on for probably hours on this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up right here. Like I said, more details on the Switch came out over the weekend, things that we didn't know before. What are your thoughts on this? Does this change your thought on wanting one or buying one, folks? We'd like to know. With that, leave us a comment about it. Tell us what you think. While you're at it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, okay? We're the middle-aged guys. We've been bullshitting about more Switch features, I guess. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
Very Mouse One.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming, and headshots, talking through phones and shit. Nintendo, damn it. Credits.